So I thought what we would do is start by standing up. So coming to your space or your mat, and obviously always working in a way that feels okay for you, because every day we're different as well. So it's always having that sense of how you are right now. So starting soles of your feet flat to the floor and having that sense of connection to the floor beneath. Just circling your shoulders around a little bit, just getting a sense of where you are and how you feel, because we hold so much tension around our necks and our shoulders or the upper part of our body. So we're not trying to build strength or gain anything, we're trying to lose tension with these movements. So, and then just circle in the opposite direction, not trying to do very much at all, but just sort of feel how your shoulders are. And then stop. Maybe just placing the left hand on the right shoulder, right hand on the left shoulder. So just quietly, carefully. And then just dropping the left ear towards that left shoulder or right fingertips. Feel the breath, feel the length down the right side of the neck. Bring your head back to centre, stop for a few moments, and then let the right ear come down towards the right shoulder. Just being careful with yourself. Soften your knees, feel the weight of your body resting into the feet and the ground beneath. Bring your head back to centre. Just one more time, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then if it's okay, just unfold the right arm. Let the right arm come down the side of the right body. And as you let the left ear drop towards the left shoulder, just if possible, if it's okay with your shoulder, just stretch the right fingertips down. That will just increase the stretch from the right ear all the way down the right side of the neck, the right shoulder to the fingertips below. Maybe sink down into the right heel. So you're slowing things down, or we're slowing things down in order to feel. Now if it's okay, turn your head to look towards the left ankle or the left foot. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just come back to centre. Stop for a few moments because it can make you feel a bit dizzy. We've got major arteries that run down the neck, so just make sure that when the head comes back to centre, you stop for a few moments, focus your gaze, feel your breath. Bring the right hand back onto the left shoulder, then just drop your right ear onto the right shoulder. Stop for a few moments, feel how that is down the left side of the neck, feel the weight of your head. Our heads can weigh about 5 kilograms. They're heavy old things, I shouldn't say that really. But you know, and they're just, our neck is a tiny little thing compared to the weight of our head. So it holds so much, the muscles can become so tight and bunched. Right, if it's okay, the left hand can come down the left side of the body. So as you just feeling the weight of your head dropping towards the right, just push the left fingertips down a little bit, and that will just increase that length, that stretch. Make sure you're breathing. If it's okay, turn your head or your gaze, look down towards that right foot. That just changes the muscles that we're using. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just bring your head back to centre. Now stop there for a few moments. Just notice how it feels, because you can really be aware of the muscles from the ears to the shoulders. If it's okay, turn your head a little bit from side to side. Sorry, it's coughing. A little bit. And then again, just as we started, roll the shoulders. Whether you're going backwards and then roll the shoulders forward. So just that kind of movement through any kind of movement. If you take your attention to your elbows, you can maybe have a sense, if you bend the elbows, rotating or circling the elbows in order to find that movement through the shoulders. So just changing your attention a little bit. And then maybe we can start to make them a little bit wide, as though you're swimming. So the right shoulder goes forward, then the left elbow. Just goes like you're swimming kind of movements. Can never help myself because I love swimming. And then just go back, but use the elbows to find the movement of the spine. So when you work with these movements, really have sort of have that sense that you're letting go of the hips, you're softening the knees. So that movement from the elbows can travel through the arms, through the shoulders, back towards the centre of the spine, and then go forward, as though you're swimming. And then maybe you can start to turn the head. So when the right arm goes forward, turn your head to the left. When the left arm goes forward, turn your head to the right. So just kind of seeing how that feels. And then see if you can reverse it. So when the right arm goes back, turn your head to the left. When the left arm goes back, turn your head to the right. Just kind of seeing how you can find those kind of movements. So if you're anything like me, you really do have to, sorry I've gone wrong already, you do have to slow it down and then stop. Give the arms a bit of a shake, give the feet a bit of a shake. Right, so we're just kind of connecting to a few movements with the breath. Bring the arms or hands in front, so palms facing down, longest fingers touching. So the elbows are wide again, you can move your head, there's space between your ears and the shoulders. Have a real sense of how you're feeling right now. When you're ready to breathe in, take the arms up. And then as you breathe out, take the arms wide, comb the arms down. On the in-breath, quite simple, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, letting the arms come down. Just keep it as simple as you can. Just feeling your breath, soften the knees. So getting that little movement. And as you breathe out and the arms comb down, can you really have that sense of the weight resting into your feet? So the next time you breathe in, we take the arms up. Then as you breathe out, the knees can soften. Can you round through the spine to bring yourself down? The in-breath takes the arms up. Then as you breathe out, draw the chin down, round through the spine, soften the knees to go into that forward bend. In-breath takes the arms up, out-breath round through the spine, soften the knees to go into that forward bend. So just a few of those, just kind of seeing how that is with you. And then when you're ready, stop, come to centre, stay there for a few moments, feel your breath, feel your breath. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to do a side bend. So hands can link in centre, so palms facing down. Breathe in, take the arms up. Breathe out, take the arms down. Just get that sense of movement through the shoulders. Breathing in, take the arms up. Breathe out, arms come down. Next time the breath comes in, you take the arms up. Now as you breathe out, just sway slightly towards the right. Breath in, come to centre. Breath out, lower. Breath in, take the arms up. As you breathe out, sway slightly towards the left. Breath in, come to centre. As you breathe out, lower the arms down. Breathe in between if you need to. The in-breath takes the arms up. Then as you breathe out, sink into your left foot. Take the arms over towards the right. In-breath, come to centre. Equal weight into the feet. As you breathe out, take the arms to the left. Sink down into the right foot. In-breath, centre. As you breathe out, rest down into both feet. Bring the arms down. Stop there for a few moments. So we're just going to go again. So you can link the hands. In-breath takes the arms up. As you breathe out, arms go to the right, but the weight sinks into the left foot. So that stabilises the movement. In-breath brings the arms up. As you breathe out, sink down into the right foot. Arms go to the left. Little bit. Breathe in, bring the arms back to centre. As you breathe out, the arms come down. You feel the weight resting into the feet. Breathe as you need to. Maybe give the feet a bit of a shake. Give the arms a bit of a shake. And then soft knees. Just rotate the upper part of the spine, or you can think of swinging the arms sort of with control or with care, especially if you've got, well, depending how big your space is that's around you. So just kind of softening the shoulders as much as possible. And that helps mobilise the lungs. Or not mobilise the lungs, that's a funny thing to say. Mobilises the ribs a little bit, which allows the lungs to be a bit freer inside the lung space. And then when you're ready, coming back to centre. Right, so we're going to bring the hands in front. So the hands on the elbows, right hand, left elbow, left hand, right elbow. Soften the knees. First of all, just twisting the elbows from side to side. Now your gaze follows. You're not leading with your head. You're just moving your elbows at first, kind of what we were doing before. You can feel that through the shoulders, but ultimately can you feel that twist through the centre of the spine, which is ultimately where we're trying to find the movement from, the centre of our spine. Come back to centre. Now if it's okay, circle. Doesn't matter whichever way you've gone. I think I've gone clockwise. And they can be quite small circles depending on what's going on in your shoulders. All these movements, obviously you can feel them through your shoulders. So if there's anything going on with your shoulders or your neck or anything in the upper parts of your body or in your lower body as well, just kind of be careful with these. So go as big or as small as is okay for you, and then just reverse it. Reverse the circles. Now as we work with these circles, because you can do these for as long as you like, but we're not going to do it for too long. Really being aware of what's happening in your body. So as the arms go over towards the left, feel that stretch down the right side of the body. When the arms go down, you can go into a forward bend. The arms go to the right, feel the length down the left side of the body. The arms go up, slight extension or back bend. So really being aware of how you can use your arms, your elbows, your hands, your shoulders to integrate the movement of the spine. So we're trying to make our body feel as connected as possible. So we're just circling the arms, but we use the arms to find the movement through the spine. So there's 4 ranges of movement of the spine: forward bend, backward bend, rotation, or side bend. So, and this one goes through all 4 ranges, and then just go the other way. Maybe you can go a little bit further down, the elbows go down. Maybe you can go a little bit further back so you can glance towards the ceiling. So slow it down, feel what you can do. So you're using the weight of the arms to extend or to flex the spine. Flexion is the forward bending motion, extension is the backward. So when you kind of glance towards the ceiling, feel the spine extend. When you go your glance towards the floor, you feel the spine flex or go forward bending motion. And then when you're ready, stop. Maybe stop with the arms above you to see how that is. And then allow the arms to widen and bring the arms down. Soften the knees, soft knees. Shrug the shoulders a few times, kind of see how that feels. And then we're just going to do a small rotation. So we're going to bring our hands onto our knees. Lift up one heel at a time. So just easing into the backs of the legs. Move the shoulders, your gaze is down towards the floor. Your knees are quite soft. You're going to send the right knee forward. So the right knee goes forward. Now if you place your left hand on the left hip. So as the right knee goes forward, feel the space that can start to be found in the left hip. You can bend the knees, both knees a little bit. You're not locking any of your joints because that will lock energy, that will just hold. We're trying to feel the free flowing of movement through the whole of the body. So the right knee moves forward, space in the left hip. Turn the gaze to look towards the left. Can you take the left arm out to the left? The palm is facing down, the shoulder is as free as possible. Now only if possible, can you take the left arm up? Can you take the gaze up? Can you feel that turn from inside underneath the ribs? Then you lower, left hand comes onto that left knee, send the left knee forward, left knee moves forward, the right hand can rest on that right hip, right hand on the right hip, take the right arm out to the side, the left knee moves forward, the feet are more or less in the same sort of in line with each other. Left knee moves forward, spacing that right hip, right arm goes out to the side. You can take the right hand down, the gaze can follow. You can take the right arm up, perhaps the gaze can follow. There's space between the chin and the shoulder. You're not pushing into that front knee. Can you feel the turn from inside underneath the ribs? Lower the arm, right hand comes onto that right knee, send the right knee forward so you're making space in the left knee. Think of the crown of your head moving as far away from your tailbone as possible. You can take the left hand out to the side. If it's too much to take the arm up, then keep that. You can let the hand come to rest on the base of the ribs. Actually, let's all do that. Let the hands come to rest on the base, the left hand on the base of the ribs. Circle the left elbow. So you find that through the shoulder. Then as you circle the left elbow, start to take the left elbow out to the left, start to take the left elbow up towards the ceiling, and then perhaps the arm can follow, and the gaze can follow. And the movement comes from inside underneath the ribs. Lower the arm, come back to centre. Left knee moves forward. This time, if possible, let the right hand come to rest on the back of the ribs. Left knee moves forward, so we're trying to make space in the front of the right hip and around the right sort of back of the waist. Circle the right elbow. You might find that through your shoulder. Maybe turn your gaze to the right. Now somehow can we start to, from inside underneath the ribs, start to turn away from that left knee. Can we take the gaze towards the ceiling? Can we take the arm up? So we find that twist from the centre of the spine. Make sure you're breathing. And then when you're ready, lower the arm, hand comes back onto the knee, send one knee forward at a time. Then as the knees, if the legs feel kind of comfortable enough, maybe you can take the hands a little bit lower. Elbows are wide, so maybe starting to go into a little bit of a soft forward bend. Knees can be quite soft. Allow the crown of the head to rest. Then take your attention to the back of the waist, round through the back of the waist to bring yourself back up to stand. Right, well done. So we're going to come to the back of the mat. You're going to take the right foot forward. So there's space between your feet, not too long or anything like that, so you don't want to kind of upset your balance too much. So lift up the back heel a few times. As the back heel goes down, send the front knee forward. So you have the stability from the back heel and you have that softness in that front knee. Your spine, sort of the upper part of the third, actually place your hands on the collarbones. This part here is coming as far away from that front knee as possible. So what I mean by that is you're not kind of sinking. We're not trying to get the collarbones onto that knee. We're trying to get the collarbones, the upper part of the spine, as far, far away from that front knee as possible. So think of the back of your head. You can place your hands on the back of your head if you like. Think of the back of the head resting back towards that back heel. And then ever so carefully, if possible, can you take your arms up? Can you glance towards the ceiling? Can you send the front knee forward as you think of the back of the head, the back of the skull, resting back towards the back heel? Make sure you're breathing carefully. Lower the arms, step back. Send the left foot forward. So this is Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1 in the yoga sequences. So right, lift up the back heel a few times. So the right heel is behind you, left knee is in front or left foot in front. So just get that sense of connection. So as the back heel goes down, rest down through the back heel, but send the left knee forward. So keep your attention, keep your awareness on that sense of stability from the ground, because there's a rebounding effect of energy that can come up if we allow ourselves to feel it. What should we do? Place the hands now on the top of your head. Right, so allow the weight of your head to rest. So you're not kind of pushing or forcing anything through the neck. You can soften the jaw, circle the elbows around a little bit. Then just, if you glance towards the ceiling, you can see that you can feel that your elbows go up. Can you then take the arms up? Can you take the arms back a little bit as you send that front knee forward, but feel the back heel resting down towards the floor to stabilise the movement. The fingertips can be together or the hands can be wide. Be aware of your breath. Feel the breath in the upper part of the chest, long open throat. And then when you're ready, you lower the arms and step back. Well done. Right, so we're going to go again. This time we're going to go into a rotation. So that's a small extension. Right, so take the right foot forward. So you've got space between the feet as well as a bit of length. So when I say that, I mean the front foot isn't directly in front of the back foot. You've got space between. So the right knee, the front knee moves forward, but you're not locking. Don't lock the back knee. You can feel the heel resting into the floor. So this time, just as we did before, we're going to take the arms forward. We're going to take the arms up. Then we're going to take the right arm forward. So the right leg is forward, the right arm goes forward. Your gaze is forward. Take your attention. So the left hand can rest on the top of the head. Circle the left elbow. So as you circle the left elbow, can you feel that through your shoulder? Can you feel that through the ribs? Centre of the spine, deep inside underneath the ribs. Then ever so carefully, as the left elbow goes behind you, keep your gaze forward. Can you take the left arm behind you? But can you still imagine that the front knee, the right knee is moving forward, the back heel stabilises the movement. From inside underneath the ribs, you can feel the turn, the collarbone's coming away from that front knee, but your gaze is forward. But actually, you can turn your gaze to look behind you, or you can turn the gaze to look forward. Then when you're ready, take the arms up, come back to centre, so you can feel that turn in the centre of the spine, lower the arms and step back. Left foot goes forward, lift the back heel a few times just to find that. So when the back heel goes down, you're aware the back heel rests, the front knee goes forward. So it's like a triangle, the foot in front, the foot behind, the spine in between. We can take the arms up, we can take the arms up, your gaze is up, gazes forward, sorry. The ribs are facing forward, the hips are facing forward. But now we're going to change that. So we're going to take the left arm forward, nothing changes. We're going to take the right arm forward, nothing changes. But this time, just in a half circle, we're going to sweep the right arm behind us, but the hips are still facing forward. But the spine, perhaps you can feel that through the upper part of the spine, starts to turn. The gaze can be forward or the gaze can be behind you, but your knees are still facing forward. So we're just looking to rotate the upper part of the spine. Then when you're ready, we can take both arms up, bring the spine back to centre, lower the arms and step back. Right, so we're just going to do it one more time. We can go into it in different ways. When we go into things in a different way each time, then we use different neural networks within our brain. And also we use different muscles, so we don't overwork anything too much, and we're always keeping everything fluid. Right, so that we know the back heel goes down, the front knee moves forward. So let's do those little rotations that we started with. So try to keep below the level of the waist, try to keep the lower body still, and just rotate the arm, just as we did before. We did this before, don't move, I'm just showing you. We just did this before and we did this. So now all we're doing is this, but like this. So we're just rotating the upper part of our spine. You can feel the feet respond, you can feel the knees respond, but we're trying to keep the knees and the hips facing forward. Now the next time your spine turns round towards the left, so away from that front knee, stay there, and all we have to do is open the arms. The gaze can be forward or the gaze can be behind. So the palms are facing down, your fingertips and the thumbs are coming away from you, but your shoulders rest away from the ears. You can feel the base of the feet, the toes, the heels resting down in towards the floor. From inside, underneath the ribs, is that feeling of coming up away from the floor. And then when you're ready, we can lower the arms, we can turn to face that front knee, and then we can step back. So let's do the same one more time on the other side. So we're going to send the left foot forward. So there's space between, doesn't have to go. Well, if you're finding this really easy, if you rock forward and back, if that's easy for you, you can send the back foot back a little bit more, or you can send the front foot forward a little bit more. So you've got a longer stance, but only do it if it's too easy. You feel like it's too easy for you here. Your legs can go as wide or as long, not as wide, but as long apart from each other as you like, as long as you can come out. So I suppose when you look at this in books, the knee is kind of like at an angle. So you kind of do what you like, and then, or what you can, I shouldn't say what you like, you do what you can. Right, and then just rotate the upper part of the spine. It would be very different, wouldn't it, if we just did what we like. We can only do what our body allows us to do. Right, so we're just rotating the upper part of the spine, and the knees and the hips are facing forward. And then if it's okay, when you're ready, when the next time the spine turns towards the right, away from that front knee, we stay there and we simply open the arms. You're sending the knees forward, the arms are wide, there's space underneath the armpits. Your gaze can be forward or your gaze can be behind. You can feel the back heel, you can feel the front foot. You can feel the stability down through the floor, but also coming up from the floor. And that width and space underneath and around the arms and the rib cage. Then when you're ready, you can lower the arms, turn to face that front knee, and either step forward or step back. And then stop. So the soles of the feet, just as we started, you come back to the beginning. You feel the connection of the feet with the floor, you slow yourself down, and you allow yourself to feel what's happening. You can circle the shoulders a few times, move the head, and all we're going to do is go into a soft forward bend, and from there we're going to come down onto the floor. So we're going to, just as we did before, we're going to bring our hands onto our knees, and the knees are quite soft. The knees are quite soft. You can lift up one heel at a time. We can move the head. We can make sure the jaw is soft. The knees are soft. Maybe we can walk the hands a little bit lower. You can lift up one heel at a time, so you're not getting stuck, you're not forcing, you're not pushing. You're allowing your body to find a bit of freedom and a bit of ease. And muscles start to lengthen, muscles start to relax when we're not pushing or pulling or overstretching, we're not stretching. So allow the crown of the head to come towards the floor. So just feeling the weight of your head. The heads are really heavy and we can use the head to lengthen the spine. If possible, the hands might come down or they can stay on your knees or on a chair or the wall. Your body does what it can do, so you don't have to do any more than that, but you can't. And then when you're ready, the fingertips come down, because the knees can be bent. Start to bend the knees, the heels might lift, you can start to walk the hands forward. As you come into all fours, just give the hands a bit of a shake. Lift up one knee at a time, flatten the feet, draw the chin in and really arch the spine, and then take your gaze forward and just let the spine or the back of the waist sink a little bit. You go into a bit of an extension, and then one more time, round spine, and as you round the spine, send your hips back towards your heels. Make sure you're breathing. You can make live fists with the hand to support your head, so the weight of your head rests down into the hand. It can be 2 fists or 1 hand fist, or the forehead might lower. Just kind of see what feels doable for you. So we're really letting the weight of our head be given to the floor. And it's hard to let go of the weight of our head. And then when you're ready, just come to rest down. So if it's okay, keep your knees bent, soles of your feet flat to the floor. Keep your eyes open, so you're looking at what's above you, just taking in the ceiling or whatever is around you, the walls, the furniture, the sense of the floor beneath. And then carefully, when you're ready, close your eyes with awareness. And when you close your eyes, really having that sense of the weight of your head. And then if it's okay, just take your hands and place the palms over the eyes, the right hand over the right palm over the right eye, left palm over the left eye. It's not pushing, don't push down, but just allow the weight of your hands to be felt. Imagine the elbows above you being allowed to sink down towards the hands, and the elbows above you being allowed to sink down towards the shoulders. So with your hands covering your eyes, just having a sense or a feeling of the weight of your head and the weight of your shoulders. Feel your breath and just have a feeling of you. And then if it's okay, bring your hands down or away. Have that sense of loss, I suppose, or separation as you bring your hands towards your hips. So the right hand on the right hip, left hand on the left hip, and just allow the weight of the hands to rest down through the hips, to allow your hips to be given to the floor. Be aware of your breath coming in. And as you breathe out, can you let go of the hips a little bit more? Can you let go of the shoulders? Can you let go of the weight of your head? And now if it's okay for the last few moments, just taking your arms down by your side, palms facing up. And being aware of the weight of your hands without holding or doing or looking to pick up anything, but just allowing your hands to rest into the floor. And use the weight of your hands to allow the shoulders and the arms to rest a little bit deeper. And you feel your breath coming in. And as you breathe out, can you let go the breath? Can you feel the weight of your head, the shoulders, the arms, the hips, the hands? And as you breathe, having a sense of the weight of your legs as well, taking your attention to your knees. Can you feel the weight of the knees resting down towards the hips? The weight of your knees resting down towards your feet. And as you breathe in, feel the breath, and as you breathe out, let go of the breath leaves the body, but also can you let go of the tension in the neck, the head, the shoulders, the arms, the hips, the legs, the feet. So as you breathe, having a sense of all of you, and as you breathe out, having an awareness of all of you. Working with the idea that the whole of our body breathes and connects and is whole. And we're not trying to change anything. We're just looking to be aware of how we are and how we feel. And in that knowledge, there's well-being and there's rest. So as the class comes towards its close, just having a sense of how you feel right now. And when you're ready, just starting to move, moving your fingers, moving your toes, just being careful with yourself, taking your time. Coming to rest onto your side when you're ready. And getting ready for the rest of the day.